If you get charge-offs inside of your credit reports and you are disputing them, like if there were collections, then let me tell you that you're missing one of the most powerful strategies to be able to get them off your reports. In this video, I'm breaking down how to legally and factually dispute those charge-offs from your credit reports and be able to get them off for good. With that being said, let's start with what a charge-off is. And if you don't know me, hi, my name is Danny. I'm the owner of ScorePro Financial, which is a credit repair and management company that helps consumers just like you and myself get the best credit scores possible. So yeah, let's bring everything back in. A charge-off, just how we were trying to talk about, it's the direct lender that it's still reporting the information to the credit bureaus after had it written off as a loss inside of their books. For example, if you have Capital One, JP Morgan's Chase, American Express, right? They have noticed that you as a consumer maybe missed 3 payments in a row. That makes it a 90-day remark, and they choose to close that account. They close that credit account for you, and now they mark it as a loss, just how I mentioned. Now, that account is going to still show inside of your credit reports. Instead of an open account, now it's going to show as an active charge-off, okay? In comparison to a collection that once this happens, the creditor no longer owns that debt and gives it to a third-party agency, like a collection agency, like Portfolio Recovery, for example. It gives them the right to be able to report first under their name and no longer under the creditors, but second, they're the ones that are trying to collect that money. Okay, so again, our charge-off is different from a collection because of that standpoint. Now, because our charge-off it's still owned by the creditor, there are tied to different rules in comparison to a collection agency. They're actually a little bit more strict when it comes to the original creditor themselves, that even a small mistake in them could lead for you to forcibly be able to get that account removed. Okay, one, there are 3 basic laws that will be able to get this happen, and here they are. First, you have the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Section 611 says that everything in your credit report has to be 100% accurate. It cannot be incomplete. Okay? Section 607B, it's the one that says that everything has to be maximally accurate. Okay, and section 623 says that every error, every mistake, every inaccurate or account that is unable to be verified has to be either updated or deleted. Second, we have the Truth in Lending Act, and this one applies if there are errors or inaccuracies when it comes to balances, fees, or any type of interest in these accounts. And last but not least, you have FACTA, which is the Fair and Accurate Credit Transaction Act, which pretty much says that you have the right to review and dispute anything that comes from a furnisher's data. Okay, so with these 3 laws, it's what allows you to be able to dispute that all your information is 100% accurate, 100% verifiable, and 100% timely. And that is one of the biggest mistakes that people make whenever they're starting doing disputes. Because if you treat it just like a collection, for example, where you will say things like, this account is not mine, I do not remember where this came from, etc., you will not be able to get these accounts removed from your reports. Why? Because you need to have factual information. That's the biggest strategy, and the strategy that I'm trying to tell you guys. Factual disputes. You need to audit your credit report. You need to find those negative remarks that are inside of the dispute account itself. If you have the charge off, go for date of last activity, go for balances, go for dates of data open, account closed, payments that were made or not, right? Go for exact and factual information inside of those, because this is going to be the leverage that you need to be able to get that account removed. Now, with that being said, let's walk you through step by step how you will be able to remove these negative accounts from your credit reports, okay? So first things first, you're going to go and find a 3 credit bureau report. I'll leave you guys a link below from a third-party user that is called Smart Credit that will give you guys access to a free credit report for about $1 or so. So I just leave the link below for you guys. Great. The reason that I'm letting you know about that one is because you want to be able to do factual disputes, how I mentioned. So you want to be able to have enough data inside of that account itself, inside of that charge off, for you to be able to mark what the inaccuracies and the errors are. Remember, we're looking into, let's see, a charge off cannot be marked as an open account, for example, because it's already a closed account. So you want to see a 3 credit bureau report with Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and you're going to look to whether the account shows that it's open or closed. You already have an inaccuracy, factual disputing. Okay, you're going to look into the date of last activity. When was the last time that this account reported as positive or negative? Okay, you're going to look into date of first delinquency, which is the date in which the first time that you went negative inside of that account. Okay, balances, when does this date open? All of this factual information, it's the leverage that you're going to be using inside of that letter. Right, just how we're talking about. I don't want you to go and, now that you have the discrepancies, I want you to find a letter. You can Google it, you can text me, you can leave me a comment right here, and I'll be able to kind of like lay out something for you guys, okay? Maybe I'll just leave it in the comments. That way you'll be able to have like a template. But you're going to create a dispute letter. Okay, I don't want you to just say little and simple things like this account is not mine again. I want you to use factual information. I want you to display the law that I just told you about. I want you to use FCRA. I want you to use FACTA. I want you to use all the 3 laws that I mentioned above. Okay, and again, you can just go back into the video, find what they are, 607B, all of that. Okay, 611, you can find all of that back into the video, rewind, and you'll be able to have that exact verbiage. Okay, create the letter, show the remarks, and you're gonna send that out to the 3 credit bureaus. Okay, now by law and section 611 and the FCRA, you have to give them 30 days for them to be able to respond. Okay, now here's where you're going to start looking into maybe extra inaccuracies that you were not remarked, or maybe you want to continue auditing your credit reports to see what else you will be able to get out of it. Now, whenever the results come back after 30 days or so, the credit bureaus might be able to say, hey, this account is verified and accurate. Remember, our charge off, even though you owe that debt, okay, even though that's still as an actual negative remark for you, even if you do owe that money, if the account is not 100% accurate, 100% verifiable, and 100% timely, it must come off your reports. Okay, so let's say they tell you that this account is verifiable. That's totally fine. What they're saying is that they checked with the furnisher and they said that the information is accurate, not a full investigation. Okay, so what do? You continue disputing. Now you can escalate the verbiage. You can go even more aggressive to the credit bureaus and you can threaten them saying, why is this inaccurate information if I'm showing you the factual things that are errors inside of my credit report? Again, factual disputes. You want to use that verbiage, that knowledge that you acquired, to put it at use. Okay, you go back and you continue disputing with them. Why? Because yes, they have to perform a proper investigation. They have to go directly to the data furnisher and confirm that everything is 100% accurate, 100% verifiable, and 100% timely. Okay, so I hope this was able to help you guys out. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And if you're really interested in how to be able to continue disputing, how I might be able to learn my strategies, I'll leave a link below as well and the way that I might be able to help you. And again, thank you guys for your time. I hope I'll see you on the next one.